Hi, I'm Catherine, and this is my project Safe Travels for Technica 2021. So my goals with this project, I registered as the general track, but I wanted to mostly focus on the travel track, and part of my work also falls under the neighborhood or service-oriented track. But I did want to focus specifically on the travel track and travel safety, especially on the roads. This is because I'm a pretty new driver. I've sort of recently got my license, and so I feel like travel safety and driving on the roads can be dangerous, and I felt like this was something personal for me. Um, that's because there are so many dangers that can happen on the road, and reporting them isn't always easy. You can have potholes, roadkill, reckless drivers, automobile accidents, the list goes on. So my goal with Safe Travels is to collect information on those kinds of road dangers, visualize that information, and offer some other features as well to promote safer roads, specifically safer driving habits in your posture, and also giving features for drivers who may find themselves in an accident or a similar emergency. So I'm going to be doing a quick demo of what I created. But first, a bit of background on how I created it. The IDE that I used to create Safe Travels was Coom, which is a cloud IDE. I'm partial to using cloud IDEs over doing things locally, so that's why I chose that. The languages I used for this were HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I also used Google Fonts. For the posture machine learning model, I took that from Google's Teachable Machine, which uses TensorFlow. I was a bit inspired by some of the workshops talking about machine learning. And while I didn't have enough time to develop something super technical, I thought I could still implement some of those ideas with Google's Teachable Machine. Along with that, I also used Twilio API for the chatbot that I created. So let's get into my project. All right, sorry about that. So this is the homepage of Safe Travels. You can access the three features I have here. I'm going to start off with the hazard report since my main focus is talking about reporting hazards that you see on the road. First, you have to input your location. You can type it in, do that, and then select the date that the hazard was witnessed. So what day are you reporting about? It doesn't have to be today, but I'll use today. Then you can select your hazard level, safe, intermediate, or extreme, depending on how dangerous your situation was. I'm going to say intermediate for now. And then you can select a hazard type. As you can see, there's a lot of options. I'm going to select roadkill for this example. And then you can click submit. If you want to see the visualization for the total number of reports and what those results would give you, you can do that as well. I used Plotly for this, the visualization on this. So Plotly has options that you can work with to move this around and whatnot. As you can see, there's 80% roadkill was reported, as well as 20% for traffic. That's because I've submitted previous reports prior to this, so we can compare something here. You can also see here, intermediate danger is the average thing that was reported, and you can return back home. From here, I also have the driver posture model. You shouldn't really be using this while you're driving. You shouldn't be using any devices while you're driving. But this is here for people who are practicing before they start driving to make sure that their posture is acceptable. So if you click start, it'll activate your camera and hello. And you can see right now my posture is good, but if I move my head down and if I'm, doing this, my poor vision goes to 1 or 100%. So that is how that works. I'm going to return back here, and we're going to take a look at my chatbot. So I had trouble incorporating Twilio directly into my website, but I still wanted to show you what I created. And so I'm going to show you the simulator that Twilio does offer on their website. So you can say hi to start talking to the bot, and it'll respond. And do I need to discuss a transportation emergency? I'm going to say yes. And then it's going to say, let's get started. And I can say how extreme it was. I'll give it a 6. And I can describe it. I saw a car crash. And you can describe how you feel. And I'm going to say, no, I'm not at this scene of the emergency. And then the questions will end, and it's just a way for someone to express how they're feeling and talk with the chatbot about what their experience was. All right, thank you so much for listening to my project.